All right, let's talk about chart patterns, in specific to the future markets. And these are ways in which you can actually find great opportunities, okay, to where you may find big moves or where the market may be pushing to the upside or to the downside, but it's all tied to structure. If you're someone that's really interested in trading futures and wanting to make a part-time income or a full-time living from trading, whether it be like the mini S&P 500, the micros, commodities like gold, you can do this each and every day by just scalping maybe just 1 hour a day. You don't need to sit in front of the charts all day long looking for setups, okay? But it's a great way to make a living, to make some extra income for you and yourself and your family if if you need it right now, or if you're looking to want to trade full time and make a career out of this. Okay, now chart patterns are something that in reference to structure is what I look at on a daily basis. What is the overall flow and the movement of the market? Because you got to understand that the market can at any time shift from a downward direction back to a bullish direction to the upside, and then switch back down to a bearish direction. So I want to show you here on the charts today. I'm going to use gold. I'm going to use this as an example. This is GC gold futures. But this is a great opportunity to make money, whether it be pre-market, somewhere between 7:30 and 9 a.m. Eastern time, or between 9:30 Eastern time up to about 11 o'clock. That's my trading time frame, okay? But I'm only looking to maybe stay in the market an hour, 2 hours max, and then I'm done. You don't have to sit in front of the computers 8 to 5, 9 to 5, like a lot of people do at their jobs, okay? When, you're working for somebody else. This is a great way to become self-employed if you want to, so I'm just putting that out there. Now, structure is important because you got to understand what is the flow of the market. What is the market actually trying to do? First and foremost, I always recommend use a higher base chart. I'm using a higher range chart, 60 range, when it comes to trading gold. And then I look or scale down to a lower range chart, like my 12 range chart, when trading gold for, entry. Okay. Now, this is all covered in the strategy in which I talk about so much here on the channel, especially in the private community for all the elite and the ultra elite supporters. And if you want to become a member of that community, it's very inexpensive. I'll talk about it towards the end of this video, because that's where the cornerstone, the blueprint to how I trade surrounding the strategy. Now, if we are bullish to the downside, if we are bullish to the downside, forgive me, bearish to the downside, and we have a low right here, final low, and then the market starts to ascend, making, higher highs and higher lows to the upside, you got to understand where it makes highs, higher lows, highs, higher lows. The prior low didn't get taken out, so now the market's making a new higher low, and now it's breaking to the upside. This is a bullish turn of direction or trend to back to the upside, okay? So now we want to mark off like our major highs and lows. So this could be like the major low, and this could be a high, the in between. So what could take place is that we need to identify, okay, what's going to happen actually next. So if we notice here, the market made a low right here, right? It made a high, a higher low, okay, as you see here, and then it made a higher high right here, okay? So as I mentioned before, the market moves in waves, okay? So we made a new high right here, okay? This is going to be a low right here, but then we start to do what? We start to move lower back to the downside, lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So we're waving, back to the downside, making lower highs, lower highs, new lows to the downside, okay? So at some point, the market's going to come down and start breaking, as it's making lower lows and lower highs, breaking lows, like breaking this low here, maybe this low here. So then what we have is an opportunity where now we have basically a new low that's printed right here, okay? So again, remember, this is a low here. This would be a high right here, but now we would have, say, for example, this would be a low, and then it comes back down and breaks a new low, okay? Or makes a new low, okay? So we're making lower lows and lower highs to the downside. These patterns on which you need to follow is all centered in a surrounding structure. Again, we're bearish to the downside. The market basically starts reversing, making higher highs and higher lows, pushing higher. But you got to think about the market in terms of waves when it comes to these chart patterns. Making higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So we're making movement to the upside, and then we make this high right here. Then we start coming back to the downside, making lower lows and lower highs. So basically what I'm trying to say is look for that flow of pattern within the market where it's making, say, for example, if you have say a low, right? And then it starts to make higher lows as it's making higher highs to the upside. And then you get a lower low or lower high situation coming to the downside where it's taking out lows, okay? And if once it does that, now you have a high here and a low right here, and then you have this low right here. So what we're waiting for is to see, okay, what is the market going to do next? Is it going to take this high here out, or is it going to take that low out? All right, and then you have that low right there, which is a major low. So at some point, we got to figure out, okay, what is it going to do? So maybe it's going to start turning back around, right, and start to make highs, higher lows, higher highs back to the upside. The moment it starts making highs, higher lows, highs, well, this case here, broke below, slightly below that area there. Then it makes a new high, a new higher low. Once it makes this higher low right here, okay, I'm interested in possibly looking for an opportunity to go long, because the fact is now we're making higher highs and higher lows, and we have this high here and we have this low here. We are back in a small channel back to the upside, because now we're making these higher highs and higher lows back to the upside, okay? The market, when it made this higher low here, it made a new high and a new higher low. It didn't want to take out that higher low there. And when it broke above this area of structure here, meaning breaking above that high, we're definitely bullish back to the upside. And the aim is probably going to be for the market to do what? To go up there and take out this basic major high here, or this high right here, because now we're bullish back to the upside. You got to follow the pattern, the flow of the market as it's moving from bearish to bullish, back to, slight bearish, come to the downside here, we have a low here, and then back bullish to the upside, aiming to take out this high right here. And that's exactly what it does. It takes out this high right there, pulls back to this demand zone right here, and you can look for an opportunity to go long. Now this becomes a major high right here. Then what happens next? The same kind of pattern. We got a high here. The market starts to make lows, lower highs, lows, lower highs, lows, okay? Now we've got a high here. We got a low here because we were making lower lows and lower highs. Remember, the market is waving to the downside. And now it does what? It turns back around, which is fine, because we would like to see, okay, we were once bullish. Now we got a slight bearish channel to the downside, okay? Overall, we're still bullish, okay, because we haven't taken out any major levels, which would be like, say, for example, maybe this area right here, this low right here. So we're still bullish to the upside. This is a low. The market's making what? Highs, higher lows, highs, higher lows. When it makes this higher low here and it breaks above this high right there, that is a great thing, because I know we're now moving back and we have a channel back to the upside, but we're bullish back to the upside to where it's probably going to aim to take out this high here, because we're in between two things, a high and a low right here. And now we're bullish back to the upside because we made one higher low, made a new high, two higher lows, not breaking this higher low here, and then we make a new high, pull back, demand. You can look for opportunity to go long. These patterns you'll see every single day on the market as it's making its runs to the downside, back to the upside, pulling back, okay, to where it's making, again, like lower lows and lower highs. But now you're in between two things, a high and a low. Wait for the market to kind of give you some input once it's in between, like a high and a low situation. Is it going to take out that low below, or is it going to take out that high? These are the patterns that the market, you'll see it make every single day. Like right now, earlier today, it came down, all right? It broke with all this aggressive selling right here. I'm not sure what caused this, but it's definitely, the institutions. Breaks below this major area. Well, this area, this low right here will have this green line in it, or this green arrow. Now we have where it's broken below a low that we have because we were making lower lows and lower highs down to the downside. It starts to do what? It pulls back here, making higher highs and higher lows. But we got to also remember, excuse me, this is a low right here. The market came down and broke that low right there, okay? So now I would like to see the market do what? Pull back. This will be a supply area. To pull back to that supply area to look for an opportunity to go long. Short, guys, not long, all right? Short, because this is a supply. If we were going long, it'd be like right here. This would be demand. That was a valid demand zone set up right there shortly after the market opened up on gold at 9 o'clock this morning. So I just want to put that out there and throw it out there to you guys, that look for these patterns every single day. This is how you're going to be able to identify, like, when they make like massive moves right here, moving in one direction. Okay, we had a low here. They broke strong below that low there. You can definitely look for a pullback when you see big moves like this to a key area of supply or demand. This case here happens to be supply. And once it taps into the zone, which is right here, Okay, look for your opportunity to go short. All right, and aim for the lows. Simple put. Okay, but that's all I want to share today, was just talking about these chart patterns, how you can identify them on your actual charts, how you can find them, and how you can make money simply looking at the charts and following the flow of the market. Okay, now if you're interested in becoming an elite or an ultra elite supporter, the link is down in the description portion of the video. It's titled Ultra Elite Supporter. Click on that. As soon as you do, you'll see a few tiers that will pop up. You'll see one titled Elite, and then the other one, not titled, but you'll see a couple tiers pop up on your screen. Okay, it is show Elite Supporter and the Ultra Elite Supporter. You can click on either one of them. When you do, it's going to tell you the perks and rewards that you receive for each tier. All right. So, for example, the Elite supporter tier, you receive all my trade breakdown videos. These are trades that I post over on the Discord, and then I go back and I break them down for that private community, letting you know what my mindset was on each one of those trades in reference to market structure, price action, the setup itself, and profit target areas and stop loss and things of that nature. All surrounding the strategy using multi-chart confluence. Confluence is important, guys, but everything is tied to structure. Now, you receive all those, and there's tons of those videos there. The more you spend time engaged in watching those videos, the more I would pretty much, I assure you almost that you'll start to, learn the actual strategy as a whole. But I can't guarantee anything to everyone out there or to anyone out there, because everybody's mindset is different and how they read and perceive the market themselves. Some people are still tied to old bad habits and probably need to have a reboot or reset. But again, if you're interested, the link is down in the description. Now, again, with the Elite Supporter, you receive all the trade breakdown videos, the video playlist, and a great video surrounding market structure. If you're interested in becoming an Ultra Elite Supporter, you receive everything I just said, plus my live recorded trading sessions. Okay, that's where I go in, I record my sessions and talking about and going through top-down analysis, analyzing the market, looking for setups. You see me take the setups. I explain the setups in the video, and then I post the video content for all the ultra elite supporters. Okay, breaking things down just as elementary as possible, so you can grasp an understanding. All right, of my session. Okay. But again, if you're interested in becoming an ultra elite, the link is down in the description portion of the video. Find it there. If you're interested in becoming a Discord member, the link is down in the description portion as well. Outside of that, guys, that's all I have. If you have not taken the time to subscribe to the channel, please do so right now by clicking that sub button. Make sure to turn your post notifications on so you do not miss any of the uploaded content. And last but not least, if you found value in today's video, please drop a like on the video. Appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see everyone in the next video.